Well, tech fans, well, we're in another part, but it's all the same kind of part. So, Microsoft has another update again, um, more for Dell users and Intel. Um, it says to my computer, which is AMD, it says another security or another patch for something. It's always something, something like that. I hope you're staying cool. A lot of even those you overseas are getting, cold. Now we did explain about the hub, the drain hub number 3. So we got it hooked up to this one. In the video that I made, I didn't show you this one here. This is an 8000. It's made by the same company. I bought all these. Nobody sent it to me. Okay. This one is a 8000 2026 model BTUI. So instead of being just 5000, it's 5100. The ones I showed you with the two displays, those are 14,000 BTU, but they're really 10,200 BTU. They have a new one now, that same company, dual hose. Supposed to get better, save less electricity. I don't know that because I don't have it. But those hoses, they're huge. Imagine having two of those in a little 36-inch window. You look like you're running a factory. But, one is for hot and one is for cold intake and outtake. Otherwise, I don't know if these units dumped it back in, but everything's supposed to go through the same hose. Because these can be mounted horizontally or vertically. I did show you in the video, so check out that video. Okay, that's called Drain Hub number 3. Okay, that's pretty good. That will teach you too. Another thing, you have to worry about buying these portables with the wheels is who's making them. They're all made in China. But LG, I saw an LG when somebody posted that. It was called LG Thin Q. It's the same thing I got in the living room. Same manufacturer that makes it. TCL makes those. So that means LG in South Korea does not make it. It's coming from China. Same model. The only difference is LG makes the app. They have an app on your phone that you can control because it's wireless. Okay? And you can control your portable AC. It's smart. If you don't want the smart, these are not smart. These have a computer inside, but they're not smart. Now, listen. Now with this one here, I can hit sleep. Okay. Brings down the decimal to 50. The other way you hear it at full blast. Not bad, but you still can hear it. It's not quiet. Now I could, let's see. Then go back up. See how that turned off? That's how it's supposed to turn off. The ones I used to have, they clunk. That's poor quality. They just take anything off the shelf. Hey Joe, yeah, you got a compressor? Yeah, well, I got this one here. And that's it. They just throw it in. They don't care what it is. That's terrible. Those you got to avoid. They don't last. Not even a year. Then trying to get the manufacturer to give you another one. It's a nightmare. But if the warehouse sold it to you and they shipped it to you, wouldn't they give you a warranty for it? All I know is we got what we got from them. But if you go to look for these products, sorry, product no longer exists. Yeah, they removed the product. So nobody else can do the same thing. Now, a lot of these devices, warranty 30 days. That's it. Because the warehouse only gives you 30 days. So the warranty is 30 days. So in the first 30 days, anything goes wrong with it, they might just give you a credit back because they don't want it back. Because for them to ship these things, they're like $70 or more. That's why they ship them themselves. Third party shipping is tough, or they might use UPS or FedEx. Well, FedEx is for something else. I had something today come by FedEx. I got, but how to get it? But things things are different now when it comes to that stuff. Be careful, okay? I might do a video explaining which ones to get and why you should get it, you know. And you decide which one you want to get. But a lot of the names that they use, and they're weird sounding names, okay? So there's main product, there's a backup product. In case they're out of the main product, they'll use a fictitious name. And that fictitious name is still the same product, just under a different name. I noticed that they do that. I don't know how they get away with that. Because I ordered a different brand name, and I got two of the same thing. So that means, technically speaking, that was a secondary backup name. But it said it had dual motors in it. But how are we supposed to know they really have dual motors? That would be a 10,500 would be a dual, but it wasn't a dual. Yeah, I just know all this stuff came out of Kentucky. So whoever in the Kentucky, they just pack it together, and UPS brought it. And the same guy from last year, I recognized. I said, "Oh, it's you again. Could you bring this into the house?" They bring it in, not to the room you want, because they charge you now $20 to bring it into the house, and you tell them what room you want, and then put it in that room. They're not gonna unbox it. They're not gonna remove the old one. No, they just put it in the room, and you do all that stuff. Those things, these things are heavy, you know. The bigger they are, the heavier they are. The more features it has, it's heavy. Smart, computerized. So you have smart, uses the app. Alexa and Gemini can talk to it, you know. And computer, it's, I say it's dummy, but hey, that's what they used to call them. You control it on remote. But you can talk to say, hey, Alexa, turn on AC, turn on AC number 1. And Google, turn it on to AC. And there's another thing too. Something happened where I can't talk to, my TV set updated to Gemini from Google Assistant, which was pretty cool. But Gemini says, we don't recognize your voice. What? And how did that happen? Because I changed to Milo, MLO. That's radios 6 and 7. Yeah, I think that's how that. No, wait a minute. 7 is 6 is 7, so it's radio 5. It's very confusing. Well, yeah, I just changed to that, and it says, "Oh, doesn't recognize you." So when I switch back, it says, "I don't recognize you." That's crap. You recognize me in the app. Why don't you recognize me on the TV? That's terrible. Another glitch there. It's all right. I mean, I don't really yell at the TV to switch. Then on the Fire TV, it's a whole different ball game. Alexa, she's running that. There's a lawsuit against Alexa. They had a lawsuit against Google Assistant. I'm not going to get into it. It's a little money. It's no sense. It asks a lot of questions. I don't feel like I have to. I know what Gemini is paying. Not Gemini. Alexa's lawsuit's about. It's not a lot of money, because you got to figure a lot of people have it. Okay, it's not like if they give you 500 million, and 500 million have the same device or more, it's less, and the lawyers have to get something from that. So you got to figure out, you're not going to get a lot, unless they have a few people. There was a case where the secretary told me, I said, well, how many people are suing? She said, well, we got 300,000, but we have 300 of you. 300 of us. That's 300,000. There you go. That was 1,000 each. But that's how those work. So it might sound like a quick scheme. You can get money. It's not a quick scheme, but because there's a lot. So you have to have the product. If you don't have the product, it wouldn't make no sense. But if you have the product, and you could try. And there's other stuff out there too that's going on too. But those things are tough to go through. IT world, the computers are running slower now. If you notice, with Windows 11, I noticed it's running slow. I had ultra mode, power mode, but they took it away. They don't want you to have ultra, so you don't have high power mode. Ultra would give you a little bit more speed boost, but use up more electricity. To get the full processing speed. You have to push the throttle to full speed ahead. But they're adding too much stuff. They're putting more security. More security means slower PC. But that's the way it is. I don't know if they fixed the keyboard. It was displaying characters and asking me things. You'd think the computer was under attack. But I turned those off. Sometimes I copy and paste and it doesn't copy and paste. I don't know if you run into that. You copy and paste and you want to put it into another box. Sometimes it doesn't want to do that. And it's very annoying, you know? Or you go to use the screen and it freezes. Now, that same thing happens on the Chromebook OS. So you might say, well, maybe it's the laptop. Maybe it's Chrome. Could be, but when those machines act the same way, that's kind of weird. But that's the way it is. All right. We have another one. We'll have more of these come out. Okay? All right. That's it.